The approval and everything looks good in TinkerCAD, the next thing that we're going to have to do is download and slice your file. Slicing basically means that we take your file, download it, and put it in something called a G-code language, which is what a 3D printer recognizes so it can print one layer on top of another. So we're going to click on export over here. Make sure that everything in the design is selected. And for 3D print, we like to use STL files. So that stands for stereolithography. Click on that. It should automatically download it, and you'll see like a little verification thing pop up on the top right or left somewhere. You'll see. Now, the next thing we have to do is we're going to be going away from TinkerCAD and opening up a new tab. And we're looking for a website called Astroprint. So astroprint.com is where we're going to go. And this is an online 3D slicing software, which is pretty cool. Now, some programs you do have to download for 3D printing, but for us, we're just going to be checking some settings and just some details for our 3D print. So we're going to be using Astroprint, which is actually very easy to use and it's pretty simple to set up. So step number 1, we want to go and click on Start Using Astroprint on the top right. There are 3 different tiers: basic, premium, and business education. We don't need to worry about these 2 over here. We want to do the free version because I just want you to see and understand what slicing is all about. Click on Let's Go. And then the first thing that you're going to be prompted to is you have to type in your name, type in your email address, make sure that you use your school email. Now, when you type in your school email, don't forget to do the whole entire thing, including at southwesternsd.org. Make sure that you use a password that you're going to remember. I highly suggest using one like your computer login. It just makes things easier. I don't like to check the send me occasional emails about anything. Doesn't really matter to me, but I'm going to click on Get Started for free, and it should take you to a next page. For me, it already recognizes that I already have an account, so there is nothing else I have to do here. So if this is your second, third, fourth time logging in, you just have to hit sign in with Google. So that's what I need to do. Now, after I do sign in with Google, it's going to prompt me and go to what I call the Astro, well, not I call, but the Astro Center. This is kind of like the little Google Drive where everything's set up with all the apps that we can use. First step, we have to set up printer profiles, and then material profiles will be second step. Click on printer profiles, and then the first thing that we need to do is we need to add a new printer. There shouldn't be anything there. So click on New Printer Profile, select a 3D printer. We're going to go down to where it says Creality 3D. That's the brand of the 3D printers we use in my room. And then the printer model is called the Ender 3. Now notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versions of that 3D printer. Just make sure you click on the plain old Ender 3. Add Printer My Profiles. And then this should be all set up and you're good to go. That's step 1. Step number 2, we're going to click on the Astroprint logo on the top left. We need to go to Material Profiles, and we need to add a material profile. That's the next step. There's a little drop down here. 3 options. We can create a custom profile, ABS, or PLA. We're going to do a custom profile. And then the name of it, we're going to call it PETG because that's the type of filament that we're using. Don't mess around with the filament diameter or the density. That doesn't matter. The extruder temperature, we're going to be doing 280 degrees Celsius. The bed temperature is going to be 85 degrees Celsius. And then after we're done with that, we hit Create. You're going to notice right there is our printer profile under Ender 3, so that's all set up and good to go. Good. Now we're pretty much ready to jump in and slice our project. So we're going to click on and go to the dashboard by clicking on either this button or this button. We're going to go to Design Library, launch it, and right now there's nothing there. What we need to do is get our 3D file in this little design library. So we click on Upload Files, and then we have to go through and scroll until we can find our 3D file that we're working with. So mine was called Mr. Nicholas Windsail. There it is, upload. Good. It's going to take a few seconds to upload, and then once it does, what we're going to do here is click on Print. So right here you can see there's the 3D model of what I created on TinkerCAD, so it looks like everything came over correctly. I can click on 3D view, which is pretty cool, and allows me to look all around it. Looks good. And we have to go over here to the right and just look at a few things. First step, verify it says Ender 3. Second step, make sure it says PETG. Quality, we'd like to stick with normal. Plate adhesion, we're going to unselect that box. Support, we don't need any support, and here's why. If you look at the bottom, there is nothing that sticks out over a 45-degree angle that would need help supporting or need supports in general, so we don't even need it. If we did, then we would select that button. Density, we're going to keep that as 20%. That means how solid your object's going to be. We don't really need to get into advanced slicer settings, so don't worry about that. Now, once we're done with that, what we're going to do is click on Print. It's going to take a few seconds, and then you're going to see it's going to take all that information and spit it out for you. So, two things that we're looking for. One, we have to see exactly how much or how long it's going to take to print. So the max time is 2 hours. So if you can see here, 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 40 seconds. Check that off. Looks like that works. Second thing we need to look for, the amount of filament that you use is going to be down here. The max you can use is 10 grams. So right here, we're using about 8.45 grams. So it looks like we're all set. So once you have this screen all loaded up, what you're going to do is have me come over, just look at it, just to make sure everything looks good. If something is all messed up and it's not right, let's say that it's going to take too long to print, or it's too much material like filament that it's using, it's over 10 grams, what you're going to have to do is go back to TinkerCAD, tweak some of your model. You can make it smaller, maybe change a few settings, and what that's going to do is once you re-download it and take it back over and reslice it again, it should make those print settings kind of come down in value. So it shouldn't take as long to print, and there shouldn't be as much filament used. If you have any questions along the way, please let me know as soon as possible, and hopefully this does help you out with your journey with slicing your file down.